I think it's so funny that your fiance is still called your roommate. Roomimi.
Okay, it was really funny.
And they
'cause,
were roommates.
It was, oh my god. Okay, so, I've met like a couple of VTubers now, and it's different. I feel like meeting VTubers when you're a VTuber because it's easy to be like, oh yeah, haha, I'm Shimimi, like, what do you want to be called, blah, blah, blah. But then I went to Evo, not the weekend that just happened, but the one before, and I met a lot of people who are like, like they're not VTubers, they're just like streamers with cameras and stuff. And it was so weird to try to introduce myself as Shumimi. I felt like a freak because I was just trying to like make too much eye contact to be like, I swear I'm not a creep. I'm trying to say, hey, we're friends. But
Oh no!
yeah. And then it's even funnier because like I brought Rumimi with, so it was also like embarrassing to be like, I'm Shumimi, and then be like, this is my fiance. But it was awkward because we didn't decide beforehand how I was gonna introduce Rumimi, so I just went, this is my fiance. And then they would say, okay, what's your name? And she would say Rumimi, and they're like, wait, so and then at one point someone was like, oh, and you guys want to be called those things? And I said, yeah, we're just gonna stick with Shumi, or like, because there was no one that went by Mimi, and then I feel like in the VTuber sphere, like Camila goes by Mimi, so then I like to be like, call me Shumi. But because it's with Rumimi, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you can say I'm Mimi, and that's Rumi. And there was also another person who is a VTuber, but like their face is known, and her name was Gumi. So then it's just like, okay, so we got Shumi, Rumi, and Gumi up in here. And it was a lot for non-VTuber people.
That's a lot of names to not confuse. Which are you?
I am glad that my name is Ellie and my name is Ellie, so that when I meet people and they're like, what do I call you? Okay, when I went to Open Sauce, I didn't tell anyone I was a VTuber. I literally just like flew under the radar completely. I was like, my name is Ellie and I make robots. And that's true. But also,
you do it under the vise of being an anime girl on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm Ellie, but
like a superhero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm exactly like a superhero, yeah.
Even the beans. It's like
Popeye with the
Popeye? I don't think Popeye was a superhero.
No, yeah.
Strong enough to be a superhero. Did you see the guns on the bro?
He would squish out a can of spinach, eat that, and then his muscles would grow like 10 sizes. That's a superhero.
When I introduce myself, especially if it's like a loud environment, people often mishear my name.
Yeah.
As like, Mimi, Nimi. Like literally just any name that sounds like Minnie but is not Minnie. And so then it always pushes me to, if they mishear me that much, I have to pinch my freaking fingers together to go, Minnie, like the size. It's so embarrassing. It's humiliating.
I'm Minnie. You sure are. Minnie is taller than I thought you were going to be.
She thought she was taller than I was, which I think is really funny.
Shut up! I did for like 6 months, and I even told you, I was like, yeah, I'm taller than you, and you believed me for a little bit.
I don't know if I believed you. I think I was mostly just like, okay, sure. I don't really feel prepared to argue this.
And I'm like, yeah, and so I'm taller than you, right? And you're like,
It's like that's nice. Sure.
Like, I wanted to be clear. We had met in person and like interacted, and she believed that she was taller than I was.
Yeah, we interacted. I went home and I'm like, we're like the same height / I might be taller. That was my head. And then we met up again, and I was like, yeah, and like I'm taller than you.
That's so funny.
I don't want to learn. Me looking up at you, yeah, and I'm taller.
It is weird. I feel like I come off as very short. So like when I would have classes with people and they would only ever like see me sitting down, and we'd be like hanging out together, like people would have the sense of like, oh, Ellie's really short. Ellie's a pretty small, short girl. And then like one day we would be walking out of class together and they would be like, huh.
Just like having a conversation and being like, wait a second.
Standing
next to you, looking up. This is different. You know, it's very funny because like I also, Minnie, I understand you because sometimes I'll see someone who's like my height. Also, I drop the act of being like, oh, I'm 7 feet tall. I'm 5 foot like point like 5. I'm 5.5 feet. I'm very short, but like so I normally don't see people who are like around my height or shorter than me. So when I see someone who is my height, I'm like, damn, they're short. and then we go back to back, and they're like maybe like a little bit taller than I am, and I'm like, okay, it's just I go through life with the lens of this is. I understand what a tall person looks like, and I understand what a short person looks like. Short person is anybody who, of course, they're shorter than me, right? And then most of the times, I'm always shorter than they are. Yeah.
But that's okay, because you're average, so it's like anybody shorter than you is short, but like that doesn't mean you're short.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Although I will say, I met Bricky at Evo because we were both in the fighting tournament thingy, and then the first thing he said, I was like, oh, you're so tall, and then he was like, yeah, and you're exactly as short as I thought you were as of your profession, and I'm like, what? He says, is there like a like a maximum height of what, like 5'3"? I couldn't even retort because he cooked me. I was like, okay.
You're like, oh, all right.
Okay, whatever.
Wait till my tall friend gets here and slightly exceeds your expectations.
Yeah. Gosh, we're not all short.
A girl that's actually average. And you're a VTuber?
Not to brag.
How did you pass the VTuber qualifications with that height?